coming into D&D. And there's a froggy. Alright, so, who would like to do the recap today for our glorious last session, going into this session? Let me put you guys onto the right map in the right view. Give you guys the visual cues to remind.
Really quickly, where'd we last? We this was like our in-town thing, right?
Yes.
It was our in-town session.
Yeah. In-town
Pretty
/
much.
fishing.
In camp.
Our best pro fishing episode.
Sponsored.
This week we're gonna go to a Bass Pro Shop.
Oh my god.
Let me get
Dude,
into map and I'll be happy
I'll
to.
ransack that Bass Pro Shop.
Alright. So,
Jimmy just starts pulling things off the shelves.
would
throwing
anybody like
everything
to
in
do
the
the
cart.
recap
Throw it on the
or
floor.
shout the I?
No, I shout.
Alright. Blind
Give me a
beat.
second to get into map tools. I wanna visualize it so I can see it, and then I'll be right. And I'll do it.
Very
Blind
well.
beak. It's loading in.
What in the meantime, what do people have to say about last time?
That was a
general
big frog.
reactions.
I'm really happy we got a new party member.
That's a big frog. Timothy.
That's a big frog.
I
Bro,
think Timothy lives for a long, prosperous life, and that's what we want.
I agree. I found a friend.
And to think we were gonna eat him.
I know.
Emergency food
Still good.
supply.
Just like Chopper.
Exactly.
Not Chopper. No.
He's emergency food.
You can't eat Chopper.
That's his official role on the crew.
All right.
So what happened last time was that we were in the middle of the cannibal camp, and we talked to. God, I forget her name, but she's so fucking cool. I'm bad with names. But
Shaman.
not Chopper.
I said the shaman.
Yeah, the shaman. But we learned that. Well, first off, we went through camp learning to find something to do, and we kind of got heckled about bringing a feast, and we noticed that the cannibals weren't too happy to fight for the town. So we wanted to encourage them and get them their morale boosted. So half of us split off to go find food, like a feast, and the other half stayed back to talk with the shaman. When we talked to the shaman, we disclosed a lot of information about, demon lords speaking with the dead, things like that. Shaman stuff. While that happened, we found a new party member called Timothy the Eel. We thought we were going to eat him at first, but that didn't end up happening. And he led us to a big old frog. A frogiathan, if you call it. And now they're kind of running away from it. It doesn't look too good, but we'll see how it goes.
Indeed,
I think that was it.
we shall. We shall see how it goes. Because starting off, the most important piece of business we have is this act of running away. Last time we got just enough time to do one person's turn in combat. So we are going to continue that as we are in the middle of this horrifying fight. Alright, and that means that we will be starting with Sob. Sob, unfortunately you cannot pilot the ship to go any faster, but you can do something upon the deck of the ship if you would like. Keep in mind, the waves, the water is stagnant, but behind you, you see the rippling as this frogiathan seems to be twitching and rolling around. Actually, we're gonna... Unfortunately, Sob... Yeah, Jared is rushing here as quickly as possible. So.
Correct. If somebody could, if Feyre could press my buttons for me.
Yeah, I
Theo,
can press
you will have the rare opportunity to take control of and help solve along in trying to do something to help your unfortunate
I
position.
have some pretty easy things to do. Number one, the fungal dragon is gonna do its flyby, maul twice, and then fly up.
Okay, all right.
It should have a ball button on it.
Is there a fungal dragon in play at the moment? Oh yeah, there he is.
Hold on, I'll give you permission. Oh wait, you already have permission.
Wah!
That's a good fungal dragon noise.
The fungal dragon swoops in and takes a swipe at the Frog-Eye
It is a rather large target, so thankfully it is not too hard to hit alongside this creature. Let me just... And it is even easier to hit right now because it is still twitching in the water because of the lightning bolt that it was dealt with.
Clint, I don't want to interrupt this, but my map tools was very laggy, and I have ended up zoomed all the way out to just a black screen.
Ah, yes.
Wait,
This is a
Is
classic
there anywhere I
problem.
can get recentered?
Oh, absolutely. Alright, so I believe it doesn't have any resistances right now. So that 9 piercing damage goes through.
What do you mean by right now?
Never know. So in addition to all this blackening flesh, you see that this small fungal dragon leaves a few cuts in its already scarred side. And it seems to rumble, to twitch even more after experiencing some of this pain, but it doesn't seem to have been too damaged.
So did it attack twice?
I can make an
Theo,
attack.
Press that
Yeah,
button again.
it gets 2 mauls. 2 maul attack.
Yeah!
Another
Ooh.
strong hit for another good amount of damage, cleaving into its blubbery hide.
It's almost dead.
Sick.
You're right, we can take it.
Now to slow it down. As Sov's action, he's gonna cast, I think it's called Spike Growth? Or,
Yeah.
yeah. Which makes an area range of difficult terrain that also damages it. So I want to put it in front of the Frog-Iasin
Yeah, so like...
in a range to slow it down. Yes.
So does it only take let me look up this spell. Because does it only take damage when it starts moving through it?
I believe so. I think it takes damage every time it moves in the area.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what-
Like every foot it moves, it will take damage, I believe. I Brendan Lee Mulligan used this thing recently. and so-
Love that guy.
That
Kind of a
guy's
crazy
pretty
spell.
legendary. Yeah, so it takes 2d4 damage. Gotcha. So yes, you are able to start sending off spores into the air and making vines starting to grow out of the water. Specifically, there seem to be some like lily pads and such that move out of the way for these vines to start to make a bramble within the water that full of spikes and vines and mushrooms. All
And lastly, I'm going to use my bonus action to tell the skeletons to strike out with their vine spears if this creature gets any closer.
If it gets any
Gotcha,
closer, just
so-
fucking
Or within
throw shit at
range.
it.
yeah,
If it's
within
ready in action. I get you.
Correct. All right, that's the end of my turn.
All right, thank you. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Loving the setups today.
We've got some great setups today.
I'm
Mhm.
glad. Thank you guys for still coming, even with the scuffed setups.
I got really showed up. I was like, I got such a scuff set up.
And use Jared.
Jared calls in from his car.
I think it's a 20-foot. Hold on, 20-foot
Yeah, it's 20.
radius. So where
So
exactly do we wanna put this? We're thinking.
That's big. I would say center it like 20 feet straight out from the guy. So like center it right here.
Ah, so kind of like where I had it before.
Yeah, pretty much.
It says a 20-foot radius is like that.
Yeah, that looks about right. Pretty large.
And it's
area.
camouflaged to look natural, so it shouldn't even know unless it looks, unless it sees.
It's all the vines are all
Can it
under the
perceive?
water.
I forgot to. I
No,
don't know.
It can certainly try.
It can certainly try. You're correct.
It looks stupid.
It definitely isn't, the smartest thing in the swamp. That's certain.
Not the smartest frog.
Wait,
in
you
the
should take your
swamp.
free action to analyze it, so we don't have to analyze it next battle.
Yeah, whose
Could
turn is
be.
it now?
Well, it would be the Frogiathan's turn if Sob's turn is over.
Yeah, it is. He said it was over.
All right, let us see. And this spell doesn't have any sort of DC except to see it. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Frogiathan doesn't originally perceive the. It doesn't really care to perceive any brambles. It's not smart enough, as has been established, and it is still convulsing with this lightning, which seems to be slowing it down a good bit. Just checking all of its stats. It's a bit more of a complex creature. Speed is halved, so it's gonna go 5. Also, since Jared's not here, but I know what Jared meant. I think Jared would want the Funkle Dragon to move away because flyby makes it so it can not take opportunity attacks.
Oh.
5, 10. Now the real question is,
What's the spell called again? Spike growth?
Spike growth, yep. So we're gonna go ahead and give it that 6 damage at the start. For entering this. And so it starts to lurch forward. You see a small wave starting to be made as it sort of sinks slightly and starts to drift forwards. You see it has almost like a strange gait as it goes forwards towards you, as if it's half swimming, half using the lake, the riverbed to push itself forward. But as it reaches these brambles that camouflage in with the lily pads and such, you see it stops, taking some pain and grumbling. But you see as it doesn't seem to care too much, as it doesn't deal... It doesn't seem to bother it as much, since it is a big hulking beast, and you see it try to push forward a little bit more. 15... 20. So please make that roll with it 2 more times, Feyre.
What is it? 2D.
On
What's
solid.
the damage on there? 2d4?
It's 2d4. You can press the button again if you want. Or you could just, yeah.
There. 6 and 5.
6 and 5.
Now we have a nice wall of text.
11.
See, the plan is to just make it run in trains around the spell.
Unfortunately,
You gotta
this
black
is all,
out.
as far as it needed to be able to reach the back of the boat.
No.
It's going to aim.
Oh, wait, the ready to
generally-
actions.
It's unfortunately not even close to the skeletons. This thing is it has some range with those tentacles, and thus is able to strike from very far away towards Feyre.
Would I have cover because of the
Yeah,
all the
I'm
shit
going
there?
to say it's actually, it wouldn't really know to aim for you, Feyre, so it's actually more so going to aim for the boat. But we'll see how much it interacts with you depending on if it beats your AC or not. Mythical. Well, that, yeah,
Oh.
it's a fairly
Does a 23
strong beast.
hit?
Farah, make a strength saving throw as you feel the back propeller of this thing as it's revving up. It's going kind of as fast as it possibly could. But you feel as one of the tentacles bursts out from the big blubbery form and smacks into the back of this boat. And not only that, but it also seems to transfer its electric charge that is impeding its movement over to the boat, which does an additional. Oh, why didn't I write it right? Well, it does an additional 8 lightning damage to the boat.
Jeez. All right. So strength save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ugh.
I'll say with a 14, you are able to still hold on to the back propeller and not be knocked over or take too much damage using this cover. But I will say that the boat seems to take a pretty heavy hit, and not only that, but you suddenly hear a sputtering of as this engine you summarized doesn't work off of any like normal fuel. The way you've been using it, it seems to be mostly like a clockwork device where you have to kind of rev it up, or it revs itself up with a bit of magic. But you hear those clockwork inner mechanisms starting to click and to grind against each other as this Fragaathan is going to take an additional bit of damage to stop the propeller and hold on to the back of the boat with its tentacle. It's going to take this much damage. 9. So it's taking a lot of small increments of damage. Thankfully, the health bar has moved. But you see as it lashed out.
Let's go!
In addition, with the lightning sort of pulsing through its body and into the mechanism, you see it start to sputter and be held in position as it grabs onto the propellers with one of its tentacles. That is all it can do, though. Let me check until the... Yeah, I think so. And you see as with this attack, the lightning effect seems to have dissipated from it somewhat. Treyas, your turn. Oh, he doesn't move.
He sprints forward.
He just starts going towards you.
He teleports behind us.
Heard it was Treyas' turn and really wants to eat some inky muck.
So Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, would that work on a creature this large?
Does it have any like specification if it would
It just says one creature. So it doesn't specify.
I think it should be fine then.
Okay, hey teammate, should I use that to try to restrain him or just cast darkness on us?
I think you should try to restrain it.
Okay.
It's
Go for it!
It's
I just-
currently tonguing the back of the ship.
Yeah, I'm not optimistic that it'll fail to save.
What's the save?
Strength 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe darkness would be the better option.
Okay, should I put it on us or on him?
You could put it like sort of in front of him, I guess.
Okay.
Like sort of here, so it obstruct his view of us, maybe, or just put it on him. I don't know.
Okay, I
I
could
think
just
you
like
put it
put
in
it on his tree, right? And then it'll just follow him.
Oh, will it stay with the tree?
Yeah. Right?
Put
Flint?
it on the tree.
I think silence and darkness.
Because you could.
usually
It says you could put it
enchants.
on an object, and moves
If
with the
so, then
object.
yeah. I'd say
I
so.
think that sounds like a great idea.
Okay, and I'll cast darkness on his tree, I guess.
Darkness is one of those weird things. You put it on a ball and then throw the ball, and the darkness will follow it.
Um.
I didn't actually know
That's
that.
such a devious spell.
Yeah,
I would use that shit to get away with so much.
I feel like Isaac has a caster brain, but never actually casts.
It's so true.
All right. So, you look back towards this huge beast, and wanting to deter it, I imagine. How would you cast darkness? I feel like there's some interesting things you could do with your ink.
That's a really good question. I don't know. I haven't thought about this.
Maybe because you have your paintbrush staff as
I have
well.
my paintbrush.
You
Yeah.
almost send like a glob as you catapult it forwards, but as the glob goes through the air, it seems to grow, and as it lands onto this tree, it almost blows up like a water balloon and paints the tree with this black energy that only continues to spread and seem to seep out like ink in water. And as it does, it seems to cover this beast in this goo.
I dig it. And then, so is he holding onto the boat, like right here? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he basically took extra damage to hold on to the propeller part of the boat.
Okay, I would like to. I have to see how many sorcery points I need to spend. Hold on. Where I'm struggling to find this. Okay, yeah, I want to spend 2 sorcery points to. Oh wait, no, I can't do that because it'd be another spell.
Is there not a way to cast more spells with sorcery points? I forget.
Well,
can, like,
can't you
quicken
only
spell?
do 1 spell per turn though? Even
I
if
thought sorcery points was a thing.
So
No, you're
you
right.
can do a spell and a cantrip, technically.
Yeah. you
I
could
want to
do-
use Shadow Blade, unfortunately.
Yeah. Fortunately not.
Yeah.
So would that be the
Dang,
end of your
dang.
turn?
Maybe. Sorry, that I didn't think about that until just now. My whole turn was was gonna be that.
Well, you did manage to obscure the vision of this beast very well.
It's true.
You can't see no more.
The funny thing though is that I measured it out and it doesn't cover his whole body, but it would definitely cover his eyes. So you still see the bottom part and you see like tentacles.
So we can see
Lashed
him
out.
technically, right?
Yeah,
we don't
I
get
think
disadvantage.
this is the strat to fight
You
him.
could
Yeah.
see
Like, when we
part
come
of his
back-
body.
When we come back, we darkness and we just stab his toesies.
Ozzies.
Cozy wosies.
His toes are underwater. How are you gonna get down there?
Oh,
Why
I
are you
could
thinking so much about his toes.
summon my doggy. Should I summon my doggy? Forgot I had a
have a doggy?
doggy. Yeah.
Since when?
Since
Hello?
last level.
I want to see the doggy.
Let's
Yeah,
just
you
let's
should.
pull out my dog, I guess.
Yeah, yes!
I just reach into
Pull out
myself
your
and pull out a dog.
Pull a dog out of your chest.
Yeah.
It's
Not
not-
even an
Um,
ink dog.
And I want to put doggy. I want to put doggy right here.
These dogs are
don't
barking.
think I have a
I sent art of this doggy.
Yeah, I know that I don't have like a.
Oh yeah, yeah.
person ready. That's not it. That's not it. Hold on.
Well, he has the same stats as dire wolf.
Doggy.
Is it large too?
I think it's medium. Yeah.
Direwolf big. Hold on. I remember the art. I just I don't think I had made a token yet. No. I'm sorry.
Yes, this says it has. That's okay. It has direwolf stats, but it's medium. It has temporary hit points equal to half my level. It can move through other creatures as if they were difficult terrain. Blah 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 blah. And it always knows its target's location, even if the
That's kinda
target
nuts.
is hidden.
Ink dog. Ink dog. Hold on. Getting ink dog. Preparing ink dog for battle.
Bella, how's Toontown?
Oh,
doing?
target has disadvantage on saving throws against my spells, while the doggy is next to it as well.
Ooh. Your water, the my bad. Your target does seem to be in the water. You want to summon.
This dog can fly.
This dog is just cool though, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Damn, you're right. It just ignores the water. It is flying on jets of ink. Hold on.
Well, if it's an ink dog, ink
Oh, that's
doesn't
kinda
mix
cool.
with water. So it's just.
So whose team are you on?
I'm on yours.
Okay, let's cut that out then, huh?
All right, there we go. Boom.
I'll
I'm
shut
on
the fuck up.
scientist team.
Sorry.
You can name. What would you like to name it? Something special or?
Oh, I should. I didn't plan for that. I'll have to think about it. I'll name it when I think of a name.
Gibby.
Gibby.
You send out another glob of ink, but this time, as it sails through the air, it seems to form a shape, and almost as if starting from your brush, it had bounded out and landed into the water. You have a ink dog with horns and these many white spots representing the eyes that you and your creatures have. And now it is paddling in the water.
That's a cute dog.
Good doggy. Good dog.
Good doggy.
Paddle in water.
I roll initiative for him.
Alright, well, just
Unless you would just want to attach it to me.
Let me give it the proper dex.
Yeah.
Okay, you should be able to press the button and it'll be accurate. 9.
Not great.
Well, yeah, it goes before you, but after you, which is a bit awkward. Hold on, let me just edit its stats real quick. Then it has your normal bite. Nice.
Can I have put it like here instead?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
Unlike your other minions as well, it doesn't seem to take up any of your own form, at least initially. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to... There's a button I could get for this, so that he's all ready already. Let's do this. Alright. Oh, and then hit points. 13.
I did.
Alright. So, new
Thank you.
ink dog has been used in combat, but unfortunately he is now puddling in the water in front of a beast that doesn't seem to be able to see, but is still latched on. So, is that the end of your turn, Treyas?
Yeah.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Oh, no.
I have a real quick question.
Yeah, what's that?
So it's grappling the boat, correct?
Correct. It's
Are
grabbing
its
the engines
tentacles-
of the boat.
Are its tentacles within range of the skeletons?
No.
Okay.
The
Wait,
skeletons
Not
are
even-
at the front of the boat.
Okay.
Unless you'd
Well,
be
they can't-
okay with them throwing the spears. But I assume...
No.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
assumed you wanted them to stay.
I can't see, so I don't know. Thank you.
No, yeah, no problem. Alright. If there's no more questions, before Feyre though, before your turn, this is a powerful beastie. Which means it
Oh, it
has
has legendary actions.
certain abilities.
Fuck.
And with those certain abilities, I would like you to make another. I'll have it roll with disadvantage, but unfortunately, it is well connected to the boat, even despite its blindness. So it is going to try to restrain the boat even more. And why didn't it work? Does he not? Hold on. I need to press this button, I think. Yes. Please make a strength saving throw, Feyre, again, as
Fuck.
you feel another impact with the back of the boat. Hopefully you are able to hold on still, but that does not stop the boat from taking a good bit of more damage.
How are we going to get back is the question.
I will say now there are two tentacles connected to the boat, and it lurches 5 feet backwards towards it, as it seems to be reeling you guys in, and especially since the main motor thing isn't even working anymore, it seems to be able to drag your boat closer without anything
Resistance.
to deter it. Yes, without any resistance. Feyre, it is your turn again, though. You're held on to this rudder and this engine as you look back at the Frogaiathan, which seems to be pulling despite its blindness, and with 2 ready tentacles still free of any grasp. It also hasn't seemed to notice the doggy in the water.
How thick are these tentacles?
Very thick. I'd say they are of themselves almost already 4 feet thicker, diameter wise.
Jesus.
They're thicky. This thing is a big beast. Yeah.
Fucking Christ. I guess I'm gonna call down another bolt of lightning on it to try to stun it.
It's a good call. It's a good call. Or are you going to summon the power of the storm?
Yes. I'm gonna use call lightning once more. Striking the frog.
Feel your energy flow through you, your eyes glow, and you get that sense of energy. And then Feyre lifts up her spear and smacks it down to the deck of the ship. And with that energy, you are able to send down another lightning bolt from the hail that has been persistently coming down overhead from this storm. I didn't remember by effect. Hold on. The hail! Alright, and it's a dexterity saving throw, right?
Yes.
I will give it disadvantage, since not only can it not see, but also it is, it cannot see, it is also grabbed onto something, so I think moving out of the way would be difficult. Personally, it gets double 9s, and it is very proficient in general things, but it still takes half of the half, I believe.
Half of the half, great.
Yeah, that's
like 4 damage.
this did happen last time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stun it.
We do round up though, so I think it'd be 5. round up in this bitch. But once again, you see as it starts to sort of retract and its limbs start to convulse. I'm going to have it make a Constitution saving throw as well. Oh! It rolled a 1! I will say with that, as the muscles contract, even if it doesn't take that much damage, it is more the effect upon its body, and it is wildly discombobulated right now, being sort of stuck in these brambles, not being able to see, and now being struck with lightning. Thankfully, it is all the distractions needed to finally have it so that the convulsions loosen its grip on the boat, and it's just what the clockwork engine needs to start up again, and the propeller starts moving in full gear again. The tentacles retract back with a snap towards the Frogiathan, and the boat is once again free.
Does the boat get any movement this turn?
I'd say it'll move a little bit if you don't use your action, but if you use your action, you can put it up to maximum gear, and you can move super far. Would you like to?
Technically, call lightning is an action.
You had haste.
You do have
Did
haste.
I have haste? Oh shit!
You
Then
cast,
yeah,
you,
fuck
you
yeah.
like prep casted that before last
Yeah,
time.
got it.
I forgot.
Got it.
All right. And with that, I will say we will get out of initiative, as that is
We gotta get out of here.
the lightning bolt is the last thing you needed, with a whole host of different things to distract it to finally get away on Jackal's little swamp boat. But I will say there has been some significant damage done, and even though the rudder is still the back engine is still able to sputter along, it has a couple moments where it seems to stall, and the gears inside the clockwork engine seem to teeter and click.
Once we are a safe distance away, I'm gonna ease off the throttle, let the boat give the boat a little bit of an easier time. I don't want to push it too hard.
And you will see as you really speed away, the beastie doesn't seem to follow you or want to follow you. As you look back after frantically running away, it seems to have sunken down, and the only thing you can see is this black inky blob in the distance. Atreus.
Question.
Oh, yes.
Since I still have my fungal dragon, can I still have it harass the Frogiathan with? Hello.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Still have it harass the Frogiathan with its flyby.
All right. I'll have Farah roll 2 more maul actions. But then that's
Because it has 60-foot fly speed, so I don't know if that gets out of its range or not.
Unfortunately not. So I'll say it is able to get one good flyby pass again before it croaks via the Frogiathan getting wise or otherwise. But you do manage to do a good bit of extra damage. You rolled like very well.
Even with the darkness?
It has some tricks up its sleeve that you are not privy to yet.
Alrighty.
It could use. What about you, Atreus? Are you going to call back your minions?
Yeah.
Get the Ink gang back on board.
Bella, is the frog Iathan considered your target?
Yeah. The dog only lasts for 5 minutes. Also, technically, I don't even think I can recall him the same way I do my minions.
We can make some stipulations
fucking-
since you have special
Okay.
magic ink. I will say also, since Sov, you do have like an unnatural connection with your summons. I will say that you are able to get glimpses of the Frogiathan. The last moments of your bird are when it looks back after doing a flyby, and it is just within the range of a giant geyser of water that it sends in the general direction it felt the bird went, and it is a torrent of water that is able to smack it down into the water, and even just with that amount, it's like, Pokemon Hydro Pump.
Dang,
It's
Shamu.
like pressurized water that it spits out of
It's
its mouth.
it's a fucking Blastoise.
Evil, gross Blastoise, maybe.
Yeah, I see.
But that I will give you that you it has some more moves other than just tentacle. It seems to also be able to spit out water and maybe even other things.
That's OP. The Venusaur has Hydro Pump. Crazy.
It's a grass type. What is this? All right. So you guys are able to get out of range. Is there anything specific you guys would like to talk about or do, or would you guys just like to head back?
Nothing specific I really wanted to do. I think we just need to get back and get some more homies if we're gonna fight that.
I'm a homie.
We need the rest of the crew.
That's me. I am a homie.
Talking about
All right.
Oh my god!
I'll kind of do another teleport of you guys over back to the good old base. But we also need to go back and see what the others are up to, because they've been.
How long did that encounter last? Like, where would we be?
30 seconds, maybe.
They probably wouldn't be back because, well, you spent some time going through and also talking with Dr. Volin Mox, the plague speaker, but that still probably takes less time than them running around and trying to find this Froghemoth, which took them a while because they didn't trust the eel.
Even though Eel, just a nice guy.
How long is the trip back?
It's only like 10 minutes, maybe
Okay.
15. Well, let me look at the scale we're working with here. Yeah, maybe like 30 minutes, if super long. But I can't. No, we're gonna commit to 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
So the question is, we were gonna go fight other people, so was that I guess staying with the continuity, my guy was gonna use his insight to sense the heart of people or their intentions and see if anyone was not as dedicated to
The cause.
You
The
can
cause.
certainly try. Is there any specific areas of camp you would like to test this? Try to-
just where the most people are, I guess. So right here would be a good spot because I'm it's a good crowd of people.
Sure, some of these people still seem to be curious onlookers of you all.
26.
So you walk away from the hut of who the person who has revealed themselves to be Dr. Volin Mox. They told you their backstory and revealed some secrets to you, and basically told you guys all about how everything worked. And as you walk back, you have time to think about it, as you also are looking for these rebellious members of the clan, the tribe. And as you do, you see Blindbeak seeming to hone his abilities seeming to sense out. He always has a sort of careful, meditated step as he seems to be looking at his surroundings, and you can tell he's a bit more distant off, as if he had eyes, he would be sort of he would be staring off in a direction, and he'd be more so like hearing and such. He kind of does that whole bird thing where his head moves around as he's trying to listen to his surroundings. I'll blind beak with the 26. You'll gather that a lot of the people around here aren't very comfortable. As I've said many times before, with all of you guys being here. But most specifically, as you are sensing and listening, you hear some mutters and such in Draconic, which unfortunately you don't quite understand. But you hear specifically, there seem to be heavy footsteps that go forward from somewhere deeper in camp. And a general, you sense emotions directed towards you, and almost like a brewing storm, some sort of hatred, some sort of rumor spreading that is bringing bad energy from that direction.
Which direction?
This way. You can't see them because your blind sight is only 30 feet, but Sinbad and Hundlefier, if you are all also helping out a little bit, then
Head on a swivel.
Yes.
then you would see that there's a bit of a group. There's always been people gathering to like watch you guys, but specifically there seems to be a large group over kind of to the south, almost seeming to block a path looking towards you all.
Interesting.
Like they already see us? Or are they just talking about us?
I mean, yes.
I
they
think
see
both.
you. Yeah, both. Especially with the help of your friends who can actually see, you would definitely surmise that. Yeah, they both.
There's something going on in that direction. We should maybe check it out.
Hundlefier, would you like to inquire of them what their intentions are?
I don't think they like us. I think that's their intention.
It's quite apparent then.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
What happens if we approach?
They
wait.
stand resolutely, and they look at you with heavily judgmental eyes. They are not trying to hide it.
In Draconic, I'll say, "Hello there."
Obi-Wan?
I like him.
Obi-Wan!
I never knew that.
Oh my god, I love Star Wars.
I can't believe
That's
Star
about
Wars
right.
Episode 3 invented the phrase "Hello there."
True.
It was episode 4 actually.
It's true.
I don't know.
Loves episode 3
And
too.
neither
Huh.
does Hundlefier. But as
Obi-Wan.
you kind of say that, they actually seem to grow quiet, kind of stop talking amongst themselves, and peer at you. And they, I guess, no, they'll kind of just look at you judgmentally, and this one will kind of come forward and say, "Yeah, what do you want?"
Well, I was simply
You're looking to steal some of our valuable resources like your friends did. Taken for your own strange spells.
No, I
You
was
guys know what he's
simply.
talking about. Well, I can't even know. I don't know what he's talking about.
You
I
and
know,
your
right?
folk are
I know.
only trying to steal from us. Take the glory of the Plague Speaker and her tribe.
Well, I'm. Oh,
The glory of the
wait.
plague
I don't
speaker.
wanna-
You can't speak draconic.
Yeah, I forgot for a second. Sinbad learned it off screen.
No,
Spend the
Sav learned it off screen.
That's
And
right.
some on screen.
No, we would never, ever seek to disparage the plague seeker. She's been good to us so far.
We'll see about that.
On the field, they seem very angry.
Clearly.
Yes, quite a bit.
She does seem to have taken a liking to all of you.
So what would it take for you to take a shine to us?
Well, maybe you feed us that there little bird creature, and we'll be straight. I see it brings along a big old dragon companion just to keep it safe.
Who? Oh, which one is talking, by the way?
The big one. This guy.
Stop has entered.
You think that my, as you say, little bird friend here needs the dragon or the wyvern to keep him safe? I'd say he's worth about 10 of you.
Oh, really? 10 of me?
And he steps forward. He's very confident in his larger than average size.
I bet I can kill that little scrawny little crow just all on my own.
In common, I'll walk over to Blindbeak.
Walks in
I'm
common.
smiling right now. I'm trying to.
Do you think you could take that guy?
He casually he does that thing where
Fight.
some strong people like cross their arms and then casually like kind of flex to make their muscles look bigger.
Can I assess him? I wanna make an assessment.
Yeah, you can make a combat analysis check. Insight,
Size him
history,
up real quick.
Arcana. Insight is the good one. So you can identify his multi attack or his status, but in addition, you can or you can identify. He has 3 attributes: Grappler, Swamp's Blessing, and Swamp Skulker. And then he has actions: Bolster Guard, Hungry Bite, Log, and Stained Spear. You can you could summarize one of those, or you could just with his status you could get to know his like stats, his like.
I'll get to know his stats.
All right, so you in
Like his health, AC.
All right, well his status is this: he has 85 HP and he only has 15 AC.
Baby bitch.
But he does seem to be very strong. I'll say that you know he has a 20 strength and a 20 constitution, so he's fairly.
Is he, with his status? Can I see if he's immune to being poisoned? I would assume so.
That would require another combat analysis.
Would you allow me to do that right now?
I'll let you do one more.
I'm sizing him up.
You are. You're looking him. You're not. You're kind of sensing his general energies, the vibrations he sends through the ground just by kind of stomping around and shifting his weight.
Can I request the? So I want his, if he's what he's immune to, his resistances, and then
You
Can I
know
also
he
see-
is only I'll give you Swamp's Blessing. Swamp's Blessing makes him immune to being poisoned and has resistance to poison damage. In addition, they have advantage on saving throw against gaining diseases. They're just generally good at not getting all diseased up.
So I have to. How much health does Dante have? I can't see.
He has 90 right now.
Okay,
I think. me
They're
and Dante
talking
can
ab-
take him.
they're making fun of you needing Dante.
So I fight him alone.
That's why I'm asking first.
How about me and Sinbad fight together? I won't use Dante.
Not opposed to that.
Or what about the three of us? Why can't the three of us fight?
I'm not saying we can't. I was literally just asking you. You can say no or yes.
They start talking amongst themselves. You overhear, "We're little bird cowards asking for help." I
Is he
bet
saying
he'd
that in
make
common?
good eating. No, he's saying
They don't speak common.
Hundofear overhears it in Draconic, but they seem to generally understand at least the vibe of the conversation you guys are having.
Listen, I'm not the biggest fighter. I work with teamwork rather than solo.
So no.
No.
Okay. Well,
Sinbad
look-
wanted to see a 1v1 fight.
Dude,
Sinbad
Blind Pig would get
frowns.
his ass beat.
I don't know. I think it'd be on even footing with you guys.
No, he'd grapple me and I'd just fucking get my head ripped off.
Oh,
actually, think if you want Quinn's honest answer, I think there's a very good chance, as a player character, you just slap him. But it's up to Blindbeak.
it's up to the fate of the dice.
Gotta roll
If-
the
if you
dice.
you think I could
Favorable
fight
odds
him,
of it.
I'll try it. But what if I get fucking RKO'd? What is troubling is he's a grappler, and once I get grappled, there's not much I can do, and then they can just bite me.
Listen, you're a monk with AC 18. I don't know.
Yeah, but this guy has like,
like,
sure, I'll take
listen,
him. I'll take him.
If things look bad, I will step in. I'm not here to let either of you die. That was not my idea.
I shall do the same.
I'll fight him.
They're still talking amongst themselves. They're basically
fight 'em.
bullies
I'll
in
fight
the
'em.
schoolyard.
I'll fight him. Let's fuck
Okay.
this guy up.
Okay.
These bullies.
I will, clear my throat.
Yes.
He's taking you up on that challenge.
All right. As is the proving rights, I say we put a few rules on this. We don't want anybody squealing out of a right true duel, true scrap. And as we all know here, and as you might not know as outsiders, is that whoever loses gets added to the pot. Becomes resources, becomes food.
I will translate that.
Let's go. Just I want to insight check him one more time. Does he have reach? I think he has reach. Or what's his speed is the question.
I'd say you could do one more before you. Well, no, you could. I'm having a hard time deciding.
Because it has been a
Listen,
bit, but
yeah, I'm sizing this guy up because I don't want to be.
only one more until you get into combat, though. Only one more. All right, I'll say that with his log move, which looks like this, he has a reach of 10 feet with his log specifically.
What the fuck, bro?
They all these big guys are big and strong enough that they carry whole
That's a 28. That's half my health.
driftwood log. He steps forward. All right. I'm looking forward to eating something new.
Can we have been making our way here this time, or would we just now be getting to the shore?
Well, I mean,
I was thinking that you guys would come in the middle of whatever fight happened, but if you have, if you have like an idea, I would be down for you guys.
No, I was just wondering, because I figured we probably would have just been casually walking through camp. I don't know. Would we not have arrived at the shore yet?
Well, you guys took a lot longer than these guys would have. Is the truth of it. But
okay.
But you guys will definitely come at a time during this. I'll say sure. You guys are like walking through the camp as you guys are as these guys are basically deciding this duel.
I have one question. On our way back, could I have had the skeletons try and spearfish again?
Sure. What did I have you roll? Arcana?
I don't remember.
I think I had you roll Arcana because
Mike,
to
I have a condition to the rule where I don't want them to use the poison weapons, or like they can't they can't make me fucking diseased. That's my condition.
I mean, here, I'll put that out there.
He'll say, no, not that much. Hold on. I'm trying to decide another thing as well at the same time. You catch 7 fish, as the fungal skeletons actually do a pretty decent job. So if you throw that out there, he'll kind of scoff. And he'll say, it won't matter in the end, trust me. One of you guys can make a persuasion check if you want to really convince him, though.
Yeah, I'll say.
Make a persuasion,
yeah. You were allowed to offer up your terms, and so we come bearing some of ours. Seems only in the spirit of combat, no?
Make a persuasion check. Kind of a brute will huff and say, fine. If I won't use this, and he throws his stained spear to the side. Doesn't seem like he'll be using that attack during the duel. But he'll say, but there won't be anything keeping me away from using my mouth. And if you get something from that, well then... Well, I'll try. Maybe I'll keep it a challenge for myself as well and just use this log. But if you try to pull anything strange, I won't hesitate to take a bite out of you.
I will continue to translate and relay that back.
That's fine. So, my movement speed right now is, with unarmored movement, I believe is a 50. I'm at 35 walking speed, plus if I, and unarmored, I have my, I have plus 15, so I have 50 movement speed. I want to state that. Okay, we're good.
Wait, do you?
Yeah, monks get, like, nuts.
They get +5, don't they?
Yeah, but I got unarmored movement speed, is the thing. So
is that not +5?
It's plus. It says it's plus 15, doesn't it?
Let me check.
Monk 6 level is 15.
Okay. All right. So
For
you do
unarmored movement.
you do. So what did you go 45 or do you go?
You have another thing that gives you movement.
Yeah.
Well, right now it says my base speed and D&D Beyond is 35, and that's not adding the plus 15. I'm sure.
But
Which I
But
think
why?
why?
I have no clue, but that's
Uh,
because
Isaac,
regular is
are-
30,
are-
so I'll go 45.
are you sure? Are you sure
Are you
Blind Beak isn't
encumbered?
encumbered? Yeah.
That's
That might
You're
be-
encumbered in the.
If you're
Oh, yeah,
encumbered,
icon.
then it would drop to 20, and then you'd get 15, and you'd be up to 35.
I might be encumbered.
D&D Beyond says you're encumbered.
So I'll drop some stuff to have this fight lightly.
all right. You. I don't know what you are holding that's making you encumbered, but you can.
I literally don't have Jack. I
Well, if it says so on D&D Beyond, you definitely have something. But either
have
way,
like a disguise kit, and that's it.
you give it to probably Dante or something, and then the big guy will kind of step forward and say, "All right, we're gonna do it here, and we're gonna do it now. No leaving this general clearing, no going into the beast pit, and no getting help from your friends." And also somebody restrain that damn beast he's got so that I can prove a point. More people start to gather.
I'm gonna back off a little bit. Get some viewing over here. You got this, Blind Beak.
I'll give Dante the handle.
Now scram!
So I'm gonna drink from my water skin of crazy juice, as I called it. But that's the juice that makes my bonus action an action.
Yeah, the Professor
Doria.
Salt solution.
Yeah.
It's doping.
All right, I'll say as this circle is made, this and it seems like it's truly gonna start. That's when you guys walk in. By the way, what are you guys doing with Timothy? Or the eel?
Timothy vibing.
The eel.
The homie. He likes being with us.
Reyes wants
You
to
have
release him.
you have to carry Timothy actively. If
Atreus
you want to
does
move
not like
Timothy
that
around.
we've kept him hostage.
Timothy seems chill.
Also, Ink Dog is gone.
It feels like your relationship with Timothy was pretty coerced.
Timothy, what do you want to do, huh?
Yeah. Ask. We'll have Sav ask Timothy what he wants to do before we get off the boat. You want to go free?
I want
Or
to
do
be.
you wanna-
I want to be safe.
Timmy's
Go in water. If water's safe, I go in water. I need food. I'm
right.
hungry.
Sav, tell him that the water around the boat is like near in this area of the river is safe. Just don't go too close to the frog eye.
I relate that.
Oh, water safe? Water safe here? Ooh, yay! Is fish food? Hungry?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. I stay. Look for fish. Go around here. Big predator. Don't come back for me.
Nope. And I'm gonna clumsily lift him up and kind of heave him back into the water.
Toss him overboard.
Yeah. Ugh.
Wait, does this thing have vision? It does. I can use my other art.
Yeah. Timothy without the bubble.
Beautiful.
I like that we named this or more specifically, Theo, you named this eel off screen.
It's true.
You just decided this eel's Timothy now. All right, Timothy. Last thing is like, okay, bye bye. I eat now, and goes and swims off.
What a nice guy.
All right, and after that heartfelt goodbye, you guys walk through camp and see that there seems to be some sort of gathering at this part. And you get here just to see that a circle has formed around Blindbeak and this one large brute. So this brute will look at you, Blindbeak, and say, "All right, are you ready for this?
I don't understand him. So...
Make an
I'm not ready.
initiative roll."
Wait, here, I'll like. He's asking if you're ready.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
He lurches forward.
What do you?
He jumps forward, and you could understand. He probably actually knows a little bit of common. So as you say you're ready, he does lurch forward. But this is an ordained fight, or like a premeditated fight. So I will still let you have initiative. It's not like
This fight is ordained by a minister.
Yeah, it's ordained. So the holy fight.
Oh!
Sickers.
Monk
Good
mode.
start. Good start. He rolls higher.
I would like to, for this. Oh wow! Before this gets too intense, I'm gonna summon my spear and ready in action to throw it at if anyone else tries to gang up on Isaac.
All right.
Blindbeak.
Yeah, stay in character, please.
They might win Isaac in real life. There's people outside your doors.
Isaac in the game. Look, he's over there.
It's the high chat Isaac.
He's standing right next to Hundlefear right now.
All right, so even though he lurches forward, like preemptively, right as you say you're ready, you are able to observe his movements and feel the anticipation, the adrenaline running through his veins just by listening, and thus are able to actually move before he does.
I think I'm gonna start the fight with like an uppercut. I'm gonna uppercut the shit out of him as he's reaching forward.
You got this, Isaac. Do monk things. You should be able to do like half his health.
All right. You do know his AC is 15. It's pretty low. He's a big target. Ooh.
Oh.
Unfortunate. You are unfortunately unable to contact as you try to uppercut him, but he's able to sort of step back. But with the next attack, you aim towards his knee and is able to resoundingly have a crack resounds through as you are able to hit his knee, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to actually.
I'm gonna try and do a stunning strike with that.
A stunning strike, so that's a Constitution save, right?
Yeah.
All right, and you hit him right in his knee at the funny bone to try to kind of knock him a little senseless, but unfortunately he is a strong, resolute beast, and even though a crack goes through the air, it seems that he's still able to hold himself very strongly, very resolutely.
When I said I didn't think I could fight him, I truly meant it.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Let me see if I have anything else I could do. I can only spend 1 key point per turn, right?
No.
You can spend as many as you want, but usually the things are bonus actions, right?
Correct.
Like then using stunning strike costs a bonus action.
I think you can use stunning strike and do flurry of blows, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
that one just requires one of your attacks.
Attack. So I can do flurry of blows then.
Okay. Go for it. So you strike him in the knee. Doesn't seem to work out. But then you start to just get out your claws and start to just hit him within his abdomen. Are there...
Dude, I fucking suck. I am not meant for combat.
You're a monk.
He's a doctor, thank you.
He's
He
a
is
doctor,
a
monk.
doctor.
Dr. Monk.
Simply a monk who wishes to see the stars again.
So you were
So
able
he's
to
only gonna use the log right now?
hit him into the abdomen. That seems to be what was implied.
Okay.
Is that the
That's like a hit.
end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right. He seems to kind of roll his neck a little bit after not taking too much damage, and he says, he'll actually kind of say, like, growl a bit quietly, so that it maybe others couldn't quite make it out, especially in the flurry and these people starting to make a racket. But he actually says in common, and he says, "You hit pretty hard for an outsider." But then he'll lower his log and he will reel it up and try to slam you like a baseball. Please make a strike saving throw. You are able to hold your ground.
Oh!
Not bad.
Despite taking an entire log to the face, you are skitter back slightly before being able to get a grasp onto it and push it back towards him. You see that
Oh my god, he
seems to
decked it!
that definitely seems to surprise the brute, but you still take a resounding 16 damage as as the log seemed to cave in your well, not cave in your chest. That's a bit too graphic. You haven't taken that much damage, but you do feel a crack within your chest and feel the process start. But then with his other action, you see him seem to just...
Oh, he's multi-attack? Fuck.
Well,
That was
it does seem that he has one, but with his other action, he seems to instead take a different stance, where he's kind of more lower to the ground, and he's holding his log in front of him, like in a defensive spear-like position, and you surmise he's using his bolster guard move, which you have not identified yet.
Sov, Dreas, I think we should be ready for shit to go down if this goes sideways for blind.
So he's facing
I'm
this
ready
way?
in action for when shit goes down.
Yeah, he's still facing you.
So can I make like a maneuver to like flank him, or like I want to move? So he's like, he bent down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna like run around to the side where he's not guarding and try and punch him that way.
You could surely try. I'd allow, if you use your bonus. Well, no, that'd be a movement. I will allow you to have advantage on one move if you are able to. So you do a dex check, and he'll do a dex check as well. And if you beat him, you can have one advantage. Okay, well, yeah, you beat him. So you kind of skitter over to the side, and his guard seems to be in this direction, but you are able to nimbly move past him with an unnatural grace of a monk, and you have advantage on your next attack.
Dude,
Bundle
I should be
fear.
rolling fucking crits.
All right,
So 6
I
right
do
there.
have bad news though. Bolster guard does this. You don't need to identify it anymore, because you now see the effects, as it seems that he tensed himself up and doesn't seem to take as much damage as you would expect.
Keen-powered strikes.
Yeah, it's not a magic effect. He's just he's doing the barbarian thing basically. He's
But doesn't my key
roided
power
out.
strike reduce his barbarian shit?
No.
Does it change your damage to magical for the purpose of overcoming resistances?
Yeah.
But it changes it for
This makes him
magical.
physical.
Yeah.
It's for overcoming physical resistance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so physical.
So this
physical
would
resistance doesn't
overcome
work
it.
against magic.
If he's physically empowered and not magically empowered, that doesn't give him a resistance to magic, which his strikes are.
But it's still a bludgeoning damage.
Magical bludgeoning damage.
Yes, it's like how some monsters are resistant to like slashing damage, but if you use like a +1 magical sword, it ignores that because it's magical slashing damage.
So a barbarian that is resistant to, you know, all the physical damage types, if they're attacked by like a demon or something with claws, then the claws go through that.
It's like a specific ability. Like it's a specific monk ability.
It's like how silvered weapons work, sort of.
Are they non-magical? Okay. So are
It's more so
he
that
resistant to magical damage?
he's resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage is what this means, and it's still
Okay,
bludgeoning,
so that's-
piercing, and slashing damage. It doesn't.
you're right. So he's not resistant to non-magical. He's resistant to all bludgeoning, slashing. And piercing.
Yeah, he's like a
Okay.
barbarian.
Okay.
So it is resistant.
He is
He is
resistant.
resistant,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah.
I read physical as being
My bad.
non-magical.
That's well. Yeah. That's what I meant. I meant he's resistant to bludgeoning. So I don't.
Yeah. It's just weird. It's just weird wording.
I didn't specify because it's it's hard to put
And then I'm
down.
flurry of blowing.
You can't. You use your bonus action to dodge
that?
around him, but you do have an extra attack, don't you?
Wait, that was a bonus action?
Yeah, I said that.
I thought you said that was just a dex check.
No, Oh no, it was
That
your
was my
movement.
movement.
No,
That
no,
was
no,
my
no. You're right.
movement.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You could still use your flurry of blows, which is still 3 damage. I think.
And then the other one, I'm with flurry of blows. I could also use other things such as hand of healing. So I'm gonna heal myself while I'm doing this.
So you use.
Flurry of blows, but with flurry of blows, I can use one of the hands. As
Yeah.
a heal.
So you attack twice.
Yeah.
All right. So you maneuver around him, trying to deal all of these different blows to him, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem to go through his hide, as he seems to be He seems to be very much tensed up. He seems to be ignoring a lot of damage. But you are still able to maneuver around him, dealing some here and there, and then heal yourself with a touch to one of your focal points, your nerve centers on your body.
I think Blindbeak's going to die. He's not rolling well.
Does not.
We
seem to
won't
be
let
rolling.
him.
Yeah, where are your nat 20s today?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna count on my nat 20s for a
You
fight.
already got 2.
He did.
What are you talking about?
For a fight.
It's
I
just
don't-
not a big deal anymore, you know? Well, especially when it's just a straight saving throw. But all right. So, you've continued to try to hit him along the side, aiming
Hey, Flynn?
towards his yeah.
This stream is not centered on the
Oh my god, you're so right. Why didn't somebody say something? No.
Oh,
I should have been looking better.
I wasn't watching the stream.
I wasn't
I'm
watching
sorry.
either. My
Now
bad.
was the
Yeah.
one who wasn't watching. All right. Well, here's what it looks like, everybody. Not listening.
It's pretty
It's okay.
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I set up all these guys right here, and Blindbeak was like moving around. Anyhow, strike at the side. This is a podcast. Whoops.
All right, you were striking at his side, striking towards his stomach, trying to break something in there, trying to get at his internal organs enough, especially with your careful strikes. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to quite hit him well enough, as he seems to have bolstered up. He seems to be anticipating your attacks and purposely tensing up in those positions so that you do minimal damage. And as it is his turn, he turns around again, still seeming to be in this guard position. He uses that action again, but he tries to once again knock you away with this log. No! Holy shit! Holy fuck! So Blind Beak, please make a dexterity, constitution, or strength saving throw.
It doesn't. That's my health.
Yeah, I know, but
That
you need to make it for your critical consequence potentially. Which the DC is an 11. Dexterity, constitution, or strength saving throw.
I hate it here. I shouldn't have listened to fucking.
You don't manage to break anything, as you are
I'm eating. I'm
still launched in this direction.
I'm fucking pissed. I'm getting water.
You hit this tent, and some of the cloth comes down upon you. You get wrapped up into it as you land down on the ground, your vision going black, and then you steadily sort of gaining some moments here and there of lucidity. But you do take 38 damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah, these guys weren't in your initial fight with the cannibals. They are the strong ones. Nah, if it was a normal guy, maybe. But this is a Lord Crag equivalent.
Goddamn Lord Crag. I'm gonna rush over to Blind Beak.
This guy is going to. If you do that, he is going to try to grab you with an attack of opportunity. In fact, well, you said you do that already. Make a dexterity or strength check to try to get out of his grapple as he tries to.
Can I have my ready to action go off?
Yeah.
Grab you.
I'd like
This is shit goes down moment.
This is shit goes down moment. Farah, make your roll if you are going to try to hit this brute.
Oh, not 32 hand.
32 hand.
Fuck.
All right. That means Sinbad, please still make your strength or dexterity to try to get out of this grapple. But I will warn you, he is a grappler, which means he has advantage. Strength check.
I'm gonna tell him no.
Unfortunately, you are not able to move past him as he grabs onto one of your. He grabs onto your shoulder and is able to pull you back and lift you up slightly by like your collar almost. And Farah, you throw your spear, but it seems to land. And you throw your spear as he snatches and picks up Sinbad, but the spear seems to bury into the log that he's holding up as he sort of almost moves it naturally to block it. And he eyes both of you and says, "Well, we're getting into another sort of tango if you don't follow the proving rites and the rules we established."
I want to teleport to my spear and like yank it out and then stand in front of Blind.
Can I speak up?
Certainly. You see these two seem to be squaring off with this guy. I will say you have to be adjacent to him though.
Okay. Sorry. All right.
I know it's scary. It's not nice to be next to this big guy, but
Okay. I would like to fulfill my promise to Blind Beak first. And can I cast second level Cure Wounds?
Well, you have to rush up to him first. And this guy
It's tough.
isn't
Cure
letting
Wounds
it.
is touch. Shit, you're right. Well, in that case, I will go to my other version of Paladin Healing. Oh, nope, it's also touch. Fuck.
I know, yeah.
All my healing is touch.
Yeah.
Healing word. The only thing, really.
Okay, well, I will... I don't want to step on their toes too much. I will approach holding my spear, and I will say, "You've more than proven your point, and I know this reneges on the terms of the duel, but I would ask that you spare my friend. This was his idea. He was reluctant anyway. Either I will take his place in a new duel, or we can come to some other agreement, but I can't let you kill him."
You don't really understand how this works, do you?
Please make a persuasion check still.
No, I would be lying if I acted like I did. We have rites of combat where I come from, but they usually don't carry the same level of finality.
I'm not sure what your talks with the shaman have been, but our one right, our one thing, our one true law is that whoever loses goes in the pot. Goes and becomes part of the whole. If you are weak enough to be beaten in this manner, then you do not belong with the hunters. You are one of the prey, and the prey belong to the hunters to heal them of their wounds, of their diseases. You say you want to fight as well? We can put off putting him in the pot. But nobody touches him until I'm done with you, too.
He licks his chops. And he puts you down, Sinbad. But he specifically eyes you and says,
None of your strange tricks, you hear? None of your...
and he growls this low and common, so that you can understand. He says,
None of your healing, none of your getting that little bird up. He joined a proper test of strength and he failed. He needs to suffer the consequences eventually. We'll see how dire that is.
Damn, this situation's fucked. I don't know what to say.
I was
you-
coerced. I was coerced into this.
Dude, Isaac, fuck off. Literally said I asked for a yes or no answer.
it's Hundofir's fault. It's all his fault.
I said, do you think you can take this guy?
I should know.
You could have just told me no.
I did.
I was never, ever, ever in a million years gonna make you fight him.
These guys move up. As this guy kind of is like,
Keep these ones away. Including this weird water one. Whoever the hell this is.
they kind of come up.
Ferris spits on the ground in front of him.
Gotta save that for when you get added to one of our stews.
I'll gut you before I'm in one of your stews, but thank you for the offer. Shoot,
So does
Ferris
he just
gonna,
want me to make death saving throws?
Ferris gonna walk away. Ferris gonna walk away.
Yeah, well, yeah, make one right now.
Can I, in preparation for this fight, expose my lightning wings?
Sure.
Okay.
You burst out these wings of lightning, these arcs of lightning course out of your back, and in shapes of these lightning wings, these elemental wings that arc around you. And the cannibal brute seems to definitely be wary of that and sort of hunker down again as he pushes Feyre and Sinbad away. Get out of our this clearing.
I'm already leaving. If either of these little guys try to like touch me, I put my broken spear to their throat as I back out.
It should be the in the campaign macros.
I will sort of roll and crack my neck and flex in imitation of him and be like, honestly, whether I die or not doesn't matter to me. I haven't had single combat in a long time.
You will surely be a better contest than that small sample. All right, round 2. Sinbad, will you move out of the way as well? This guy will kind of usher you over here.
While this big kerfuffle is going on, instead of starting a group fight, Sav is gonna take a step back, and flanked by his 2 walking skeletons, is gonna make his way over to the shaman's house.
Makes sense.
All right, you start making your way to the shaman, slowly but surely. Or yeah. So are you trying to get to the shaman to interact with this duel, or are you just kind of during this fight?
I think this is gonna go bad. I think this is gonna go really, really bad. So
I think
probably when Blindbeat gets kind of knocked out, I'm like,
you start walking.
It's getting a little bit tense here. Yeah, I'm just gonna start power walking my way over.
Duly noted. All right. Please make initiative roll, Hundelfear.
Yes.
We'll make another one. He's very slow.
He ain't that good.
Oh, hold on.
You guys are really good at initiative, at least.
Okay.
Crit initiatives, Jesus.
So I am going to open up on this guy. I will start by... See. Okay, so I will, with my flying speed, I will... how much do I get? Equal to your walking speed. All right, I will rise 10 feet off the air, into the air, and I will begin by throwing my spear at him.
All right. Make that roll. Throw that spear.
Value for hands, 1.
Oh,
unfortunate.
This guy's we're fucking dead, dude.
Okay,
TPK.
hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold on.
EPK, I'm not getting involved. I'm not gonna 1v1 him.
I see 2 dead. I see 2 dead right now.
Atreus is just, nope, not my problem, not me.
Nope.
The spear, as you launch it out with a trail of lightning that comes off of your hand, he seems to divert its direction by smacking it with this log, and it lands in the dirt next to him instead of into his flesh.
Then I will unleash a I will unleash Hundlefear's first breath attack.
Oh.
Ooh!
Bad
As,
steps back.
as let's see, how far am I from him?
I think you're like 20
God,
feet.
dude.
Yeah.
Navigating this all on a single screen laptop with no mouse is very hard.
I bet. Yeah, no, you're 20 feet away.
Welcome to my world.
Okay, so then I will move 5 feet closer, still up in the air. And I will
So it's like, wait, hold on.
he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
He's decent.
Goes out like this.
Yeah, it's a cone.
It's like thunder breath, right? So it's just like a cacophonous noise.
Yeah, but you know, thematically, some
lightning.
crackling lightning.
Yeah. You all hear a crack of thunder as Hundlefear opens his mouth and lightning courses out. There is a button for your thunder breath, by the way, that you can press.
Let's see, does he take?
Takes
Okay, he
half.
does still take damage. Yes, which could still be a lot.
It's still hold on. It's still 2d8, right? Or is it more now?
It is 3d8.
All right. Good thing I asked before you pressed the button. Want to make it accurate. All right. If you press that button, it'll roll 3d8 for the damage. 6 damage as he seems to, as the lightning crackles around him and just the sound of the thunder of the lightning seems to make the air ripple and the smell of ozone fill the air. You see he's able to dodge most of the lightning bolts and only get hit by some of these waves, which still allow him to stand strong, stand tall. And he says, "You've got some neat little tricks."
I will chuckle at that and say, I like to think so. Reaction, other. It's my limited use. What do I got over here? Okay. Then I will, with my remaining flight, let's see, I used 10, 5. I will just, I want my spear back.
Then come get it.
Where's my spear? Like here? I can't. I'm trying to ping like
in
this
the
is roll
dirt,
20.
like, next to him.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I will save that for next turn. In that case, I will float forward. Flying is confusing. I don't play flying characters very often. I guess
Here,
can
how,
I rise?
how high did you go into the air? I have a little macro thing to.
I went 10 feet up,
All right.
and then
There's a button I have for this.
I moved back 5, so I've used 15 so far, and I have another 15.
So you're still 10 feet in the air?
Yes, but I would like to finish my turn by rising a little bit further after a round of bad luck like that.
How high are you going?
Just another 5. I want to be able to taunt him.
So you're at 15.
Yes.
All right. Duly noted. Okay. Unfortunately for like a 10-foot tall person with a log of 10 feet as well, he will still be able to reach you. And not only that, he'll say, "You want your spear so bad? Let me give it to you." And he's going to take it out of the ground and rush forward. And first he'll try to stab you with the spear. Or no, first he'll try to hit you with the log. Or, he's going to try to hit you with he's going to try to jump up and sort of hit you in the with the log in a way that it'll smack you into the ground. Yeah. I'll give him
let's see the attack.
disadvantage on this though, because of that. Yeesh.
Fuck, man.
Please make a strength saving throw.
So here's yeah, I will. Honestly, looking at all my stuff, if he had bad luck on rolls and I had good luck, I could beat him pretty easily.
No, for
but
sure.
I rolled a fucking 7.
No, for sure. No, I understand as well.
Dude, what the fuck?
You are rocketed into the ground as he hits you with the log. 14 damage as your armor dents somewhat and you are smacked into the ground. Your wings of lightning still arcing around you and creating a sort of small electric explosion as your back hits the ground. But unfortunately, it does not. They do not keep you in the air as he walks forward and now with advantage tries to stab your own spear into you. He's only using one hand though. He manages to stab it into your shoulder through your plates of mail, bending some of the plates as well into your shoulder, dealing 7 piercing damage. And he'll actually let go of it and look down at you.
The attack's only 11.
No, but he had advantage on the spear attack because he succeeded the disadvantage to smack him down, which made him go down on the ground, prone. And then now he has advantage as he stabs the spear down into Hundofir. And he'll let go of the spear and huff and say, "You'll definitely take more of a beating, but I don't think this will end any differently than your friend. But more to the meal, I suppose." Hundofir, it'll be your turn again. Oh, wait, okay. Actually, no, at the end of the round, Blindbeak, please make a death saving throw.
What was that? Sorry.
Blindbeak has to make a death saving throw because those are still being made. You succeed, so you have 1 success, 1 failure. All right, now it's Hundofir's turn.
Okay. Let's see. Standing up, use half my movement to do so. I am going to cast on myself, using a 1st level spell slot, Shield of Faith, to gain an additional 2 AC for the next minute, for up to 10 minutes.
Damn, 20 AC over here.
I got 22. I got a shield on.
Oh, yeah, and you have a shield. This guy's nuts.
All right. Wrenching my own spear out of my armor. I will this time, raising my shield, I will jab forward in an initial attack. Do I have anything? Okay, yes. I will attempt to stab him first. Oh, wrong area. Here. 1. What?
I know you're rolling really poorly. Everybody's rolling really poorly
Unfortunate.
against this guy.
God,
it's
Map Tools
so
wants us to
sad.
die today.
It's true. Map Tools decided this duel is gonna fucking go crazy. Unfortunately, you are not able to hit him. It skitters against. It manages to tilt himself just right so that the spear skitters on some of his fragmented bone armor.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna do it again.
Let's see it. And he has not been using his bolster guard move, so he does not have
Okay.
There's something.
he does not have resistance. But you only do 5 damage.
I just want to. Oh, hold on. I rolled it by accident in D&D Beyond, and I got a 22 there on the first roll.
Well, it's not a map tool.
I know.
That's
I just feel sad.
That is sad.
22 as an...
Okay.
How do
Answer?
people
Well-
react if I start inching over to Blind Beak?
This guy snarls. He's specifically watching Blind Beak so that
I will expend
If I
a
can
second
have-
level spell slot on the second attack for my Divine Smite.
Yes, this was what I was expecting.
Yes.
So that's a 2d8
Yes.
or 3. Oh no. I
2.
don't know. Okay, 2d8. I don't have a.
Oh, no, you're right, it's 3. It's 3.
Yeah. The Thunderous Smite button does not do that. Just roll 3d8 from the campaign macros if you can.
I'm so terrified.
Campbell's no joke.
Not
No
bad.
joke. 14 extra
14.
radiant damage. He kind of snarls and kind of looks a bit cocky
So-
as all you do is stab into him. But then,
Here's how I know it's radiant, but keeping with the theme, I will plunge the spear into his gut, and then a cloud forms overhead, and lightning strikes the shaft of the spear and channels it into the brute.
I like it. I like it. So he looks confident for but a moment, but then the lightning comes down from this hailing storm overhead and strikes it, dealing an additional bit of electricity as he seems to convulse slightly from this unexpected smite. And with that, the brute seems to the cocky look in his eyes and his smile seem to fade, but he still seems confident.
I will wipe the blood pouring from the side of, or like leaking from the side of my mouth, and look at him a little bit, lizard eyebrow raised.
Don't think I haven't fought other dragonborn before. Dragons used to live here, you know.
You've never fought a dragonborn like me, though.
I like it. So, Sinbad, is there anything specific you would like to do? I will give anybody who wants to do anything extra a chance if they want. But you do know if you approach this guy, he does snarl at you. He seems to be guard duty.
I approach him, notice he's snarling, and I guess I'll back off at that point. And I'll say, okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't going to approach him and cast healing on him or anything.
Why would
Then
you
I'd
think
like to
that?
cast- Why would you ever think that? I'd like to cast healing word on Blind Beak.
All right.
Can I
You're gonna
like
start a-
I want to like bump into this guy and get his attention while Sinbad does that.
I feel like
This is causing a situation to go bad to worse.
yeah, because Blindbeak could easily also just succeed his saving throws.
What is he
I
at? Right now?
guess.
He's
Yeah,
got one
one
success,
success,
one
one-
fail.
I say we let him
If,
get.
if I fail again, then
If he gets to 2 fails,
Okay.
He's
okay,
in
I'd like to
natural
ready-
1 range.
he is in that one. ring.
So can I use my inspiration to reroll that?
Yeah,
He has a-
I'm very loose about inspiration. You could if you wanted to.
Okay, if Isaac fails again, I'll ready a healing word.
Feyre, are you initiating distraction still, though? The distraction could take more than, like, 2 turns. You can bump into him now just to, like, ensure that you're kind of distracting him if you want.
Yeah.
All right, make a general deception or performance check.
What am I better at? Deception. I'm a little liar. I'm a little bit of a liar.
A little devious.
I'm a little bit of a liar.
This thing does seem to be very distracted by you.
Wait a second.
They look towards you and start snarling and barking at you in Draconic.
I'm gonna give him a little push. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Look at you.
Hey.
You're just a weak little guy. Look, you got tiny
Sorry, it
little.
wouldn't have made a difference.
You got tiny little teeth. What you think you're gonna mess with me, huh? What do you think you're gonna do about this, huh? I grin at him and sling my spear over my shoulder.
Yeah, it's very annoyingly working to distract him. But he seems a bit less confident than this guy. But he's basically barking at you as you argue with him. He'll argue back, but in a different language.
I'm gonna flick a bit of water out of my hair into his eyes.
He just starts barking at you.
I just laugh at him.
Yeah, okay, so distraction is well placed. But unfortunately, as you are doing this distraction, it is the Kittable Brute's turn. And as is only his only right with this character, he does do the log again. That misses though. Hunterfear,
Right.
this time you are able to dodge under it.
Yeah, I think I can win the fight now.
But as you do, he does have another attack, and he, as you dodge under it, he lets his log drift over to the side, kicking up dirt on the other side, and almost uses it as a distraction to attempt to lunge forward and bite you through through your armor. And that unfortunately does hit, despite your large AC. So you bring up he goes too quickly for you to bring up your shield, and he's able to bite the open spot on your arm that is holding your spear before you are able to get his mouth away from your arm. But you already see blood seeping out of it, as he also seems to get invigorated by just tasting your blood.
It's fine.
But he said he wasn't gonna bite.
Yeah, it was for the. He also said if you did any wacky shit, he would start biting, and that was also the last fight. It's semantics. There are other things, but I didn't write it in the thing, so I won't have it be a thing. So Sav, sure, you can arrive towards the shaman's hovel. The door seems to be closed, and you haven't been here before, but you sense a strange aura around, especially with the sinister blood and coffins around.
Let's see. From the door, I can reach the entire thing, so I'm just gonna make my way up. And then from here, no matter where they are, as long as they're inside, they should be able to hear me with their spores, or with my spores.
I see.
So
what
I'll
do you
just
communicate?
say, probably can't hear that, but we'll say in their minds. Mr. Shaman, I think we have a problem.
Please make a Constitution saving throw. Your spores interacting and receiving and sending out signals around the hovel during whatever weirdness Volan Mox is always up to seems to make you susceptible to a force. But it doesn't matter. You are able to you sense the first infected spore come back to you, and you are able to easily with your abilities parse through the others and just kind of sift through your spores, sending some away. So you say that there is a problem. And for the moment, all you feel the connection being made, but you don't feel anything back yet. You only hear silence for a moment. Blind Beak, please make a death saving throw.
I am smiling and grinning so wide. These dice have never done me
Unnatural 20! They didn't press the...
that.
Oh wait, no, that's not.
That
That
was
was it. That
me.
was... Oh, fuck.
That was me, but
I fucking freaked out.
You
I
kind of
was...
jinxed me.
I did jinx you a
Is
little
a
bit.
tennis a win?
It is a win, yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
So two successes.
We're dubbing.
All right, Hundofear,
So
your
hard.
turn. You have been bitten in the arm,
Yes. And I am just going to again retaliate with a one-handed spear thrust.
doesn't seem to be guarding himself very much.
Okay.
You're able to strike through, stabbing
then-
him once again.
I will now use a second level divine smite. Three.
15 electric radiant damage.
And then
One.
I will hold on. I will use my second attack per action, which will be my breath weapon this time. He has to make a dex saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Natural 20.
Okay. I
He
will.
uses up, though.
That's true.
So that's still 7 damage.
7 damage. You managed to do a large combo, not missing one of your attacks. Although you still have another attack, don't you? Don't you have a multi-attack? You've only done one spear attack.
Thunder breath weapon. When you take the attack action, you can replace one with an exhalation.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I see. Got you.
But- But.
What?
I am going to use, where the hell is this? Something I've not gotten to do much either. I am going to oh gosh, I don't know which one I should do. There's so many options. I am going to
The suspense.
Healing word on Hundofear.
no, they shouldn't. I don't want them to. I have my own healing if need be. I am going to do. I don't know which one will be. I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna do Harness Divine Power, and I am going to, which will, use my Channel Divinity for the long rest. and I will regain a second level spell slot.
Can you do that as a free action?
It is a bonus action in which I had not used yet.
Is it? It's. Oh yeah, no, you're right. I don't know why, but I thought Divine Smite for a second was bonus action, but no, it doesn't. So yeah, you are able to gain some power back in a flurry, gaining some momentum once again. After it being able to duck the log, you are able to stab forth once into one of the meaty parts of his leg, and as you do, another thunderbolt comes down into your spear and letting out another burst of electricity. He seems to falter somewhat as it does, and as he for a moment is teetering, you are able to shout once again, and with it lightning coursing through, almost seeming to come from your back, your wings, coursing through your horns and out of your mouth as you breathe once again. But unfortunately, he's able to duck slightly. But he seems to almost have just ducked naturally because of his weakened state. His legs are faltering somewhat. He knows that if he doesn't win it in this next bout, he has no chance. But as you look at him and you are both on truly equal footing, another lightning bolt rains down and fills you with more power. Electricity starting to arc from your one unaltered eye and from the tattoos along your tail, your neck, and your arms as you are once again filled with energy.
Before my turn ends, can I say something?
Absolutely.
This is your last chance. Don't make me kill you.
If I die here, it would have been worth it. As I said, this can only end with one of us as prey.
So be it.
All right. Sav, you finally start to feel a bit of commotion. Whatever energies, whatever is happening, whatever ritual is happening above seems to falter. And then you hear steps start to arrive and the door opens as you see as you know her as the plague speaker. You see this plague speaker open the door and look at you and say, "Oh, it is you. I have not seen you yet. What is it that you want? Where are your friends?" Mushroom?
Mushroom?
I was muted. Wah wah wah! I'll gesture over to my spores are muted. I was hacking and coughing. I will gesture over to the camp. In half our group's absent. It looks like the other half got into a little bit of a situation. They appear to be fighting, close to half the camp soon.
Oh.
Hey, what?
Well, that is rather disappointing. If you can, I would advise you leave if the camp is truly after you. But if you are able to fend off enough of them, I'm sure they'll stop and respect you all as hunters.
Well, I would rather not get to that point. Is there anything you can do to stop the current fight? I think it's about between one of the brutes and, our dragonborn companion.
I did already warn them. You weren't there, but I've had some interesting discussions with them, and I told them of the consequences of entering into such a bout. I can't say that I can help without, destroying some very foundational beliefs that I have supported within them.
Maybe you couldn't stop them from fighting, but, well, one of our companions, the Kenku, Blindbeak, has already been knocked out, and I'd rather not see him eaten. I do have a plan, if you'll indulge me.
I'm not sure if I have time to be part of any sort of plan, but if it is quick, I will hear it.
It should just be quick. Just saying that Blindbeak shouldn't be eaten, instead taken prisoner or taken hostage to clear some sicknesses. He is a doctor after all.
I'll give you this. You can bring that very interesting Kenku here. Tell them that instead of sacrificing straight to one of our pots, that you can bring the Kenku here for a very special need of my own. They will respect that. They might question you, but since you know the Draconic tongue, I'm sure you can convince them of your own, and they wouldn't dare go against anything that is even said to be part of my wishes. So, go to them and say that I need the Kenku's body, or living body, for a ritual to put off a new form of sickness. Come up with something. I can take the Kenku if the Kenku is already lost. But there will be consequences. Still. But I can protect the Kenku, perhaps. Very well. Goodbye. As the mushroom silently walks off.
Oh, I was muted again. I say thank you. I will be trying to bring them here. And then I power walk down the hill.
Yeah, gotcha. Perfect. All right, Sinbad, is there anything specific you would like to do, or are you still just waiting for Blindbeak to look critically
I am
wounded?
I'm waiting on it.
All right,
also, Humble Fear said they didn't want healing, so...
Then we will go right back into it.
Yes, please.
What about my death save, huh?
That's after this guy's turn, as he looks to you, Hundofir. And without even a word, he looks at you, and he gets ready for the final bout. You've truly charged up. It is the last stake of you both. And of course, he is going to start by hefting this log with both hands.
His fucking log.
And trying to... He shifts slightly to the side.
I have so much wiggle room, all the way up to a 21.
And he truly winds it up as he tries to smack you resolutely with this log. Skittering across the dirt as it approaches you.
Oh,
nice!
And with your shield, you're able to block it and crouch somewhat to make it go over your head. But, unfortunately, he still has momentum. And he has another attack.
As the log slides along the shield, I want to make sure he can see me smile.
You see, he actually seems to smile back as he shifts once again and redirects the weight of the log and tries for another. One more try at the log to try to hit you, and you see he's aiming straight for these sharp sticks.
Oh my god.
Unnatural 20!
Oh.
Holy shit, no! Holy fuck. Oh, shit.
I want to petition you.
Petition me, petition.
I have inspiration from last session. Is there any way I can use this here? I saved inspirations for so long and I never use them, but I think that would be the perfect time to try.
No, as I have said with inspiration, there's a reason it's a valuable resource that you want to get every time. I will let him re-roll again. But when he re-rolls, if he hits again,
Yeah,
if
that's fine.
If he hits again, we will do the new damage, but you still have to make a critical consequence roll.
I literally anything. I don't care.
All right, he gets one more roll. You
Watch him get another
you
crit.
see it coming straight towards you. The aim is perfect. The shield you already positioned to slide the first blow can't get there in time, and you know it would be death if this hits you again. But you feel something. You reach into something that you feel is always there, but you can't quite name, that you haven't really noticed until this moment. And you pray for just a millisecond. You feel this power, a prayer, a beacon of hope from your God, or is it just from yourself? As perhaps fate shall change. Unfortunately, you still get hit. But please make a strength saving throw.
Fine. Last time I did just okay. I need to make sure I do a saving throw because I have a way better strength save.
It's true. Unfortunately,
Oh my
you
God,
are
you're
still
totally going
knocked
off
back.
the mark.
Please make a Constitution, Dexterity, or Strength saving throw.
Con, Dex, or Strength.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's crazy. We almost just saw a character death.
You are able to avoid that, but you are, unfortunately, right as he had planned, smacked into these spears. But the twist of fate, the strange sensation that you felt just a little bit before, seems to change fate in just a way that, fortunately for you, hold on, let me double check. 8, 12, 16. 16 damage is not enough to bring you down. You are stabbed into these spears. One of them gets right into a chink of your armor. Another one gets your hand. And for a second, you feel a bit faint, but you still have strength left. Whatever you just did to twist fate made it so that you stopped disaster. Also,
oh yeah.
I'll do it later. What were you gonna do?
Oh, I just want my turn so bad.
Oh, first,
but other stuff, yes.
Death saving throw from Blindbeak.
Wait, so as I was saying, can I listen? We've talked about death. This is a interesting topic that we haven't discovered. Blindbeak, you know, he kind of like he already knew his cards and he knew that like he thought he was gonna die. He expected this, so he's kind of like he's fine either way, but he's kind of reaching out to see what's into the like what's death waiting for him, using his powers and everything like that.
Roll a death saving throw. Well, no, roll two d20s. Because if you do this, if you reach out to death, to embrace death, or not embrace it, but learn more from it, just try to interact with death, you are going to have disadvantage on your death saving throw. But you do have your inspiration that you can use if you want.
Oh man, as long as I don't get a nat 1.
Mm-hmm. True. But don't roll the death saving throw button. Just roll a normal d20. It's the same thing. No, there aren't any modifiers to a death saving throw. Or did I change that? No, there aren't. But so far you fail one. Roll again.
I thought that was a fail.
No, I say you roll with disadvantage if you are reaching out to learn about death.
How do I?
So you just roll again. All right. So
Can I take the?
You fail one. Unless you want to use something, but as that,
inspiration.
if you can use an inspiration to re-roll the 6, but then you would have to take the second value. All right. So you do fail. We will go over the vision you see later, but all of you hear as Blindbeak seems to cough and they seem to mumble strange. Blindbeak is starting to mutter under their breath in voices you haven't heard them use before. As a Kenku, they are able to copy anything. Blindbeak just happens to copy one person, but you hear them mumbling in their near-death state. The brute is done. Hundolfir, it is your turn!
Kill!
My fucking Mirio Togeda moment. Still, how far am I from him? 15 feet? I think so. Yes. Not so. I will wrench my hand off the one spike it is impaled on, and I will fling my spear at him without even pulling myself off the spike that is in my side.
All right, make that roll. Nice. Nice.
Then when... Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, go.
No, I was just... You managed to wrench your hand free, and again, with these arcs of electricity, one of the electric wings almost seems to transform into a arcing electricity that goes around your arm as you throw this spear, and it lands resolutely into the cannibal brute's center of mass, his chest.
Does that alone put him down?
No. Unfortunately, he has a fairly big health bar. But he's close. You are still full of electric possibility used from your divine channeling. Suspense! Suspense!
So much suspense this session.
It's a tense session.
And I thought you guys would be fighting the frog. Turns out the big fight was just fighting this guy all along. Quinn! I think Quinn died, leaving us truly in suspense right in the middle of his turn.
No!
I believe. Quinn, roll a good roll to come back.
This is so unfortunate. This is
I
the
think
worst time.
Yeah,
No,
we can't hear you.
Can't hear
Your
you.
mic, I think your mic was disconnected or something.
Hello?
It's the new setup. It's the new
Okay,
set.
now we can hear
It's
you.
the bed setup.
Oh, we can't hear you anymore if you're talking.
We could hear you for just a moment when you were saying hello.
You say hello, yeah.
No, the climactic moment. We must hold on.
How's everybody's days going?
I had to
Queen's
go to work at 6
little-
this morning.
Discord guy's moving.
Sucks.
What?
Okay, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. When the spear... Oh, this has to be pretty high damage or else it doesn't kill him, I think. Oh, wait, can I use... I don't use these very often, but can I use my own battle analysis to see his current health?
Absolutely. You can do one combat analysis every turn. It's an insight, nature, history, or arcana
Insight's
check.
a good one.
Insight? Okay, I'm proficient in insight. I'm just doing that.
This is his status. He has 13 hit points out of 85.
Ooh,
You
okay.
could very well do it.
Okay.
You know the potential's there. Just this spear is sticking out of
See,
his chest.
Can I divine smite?
Absolutely, you can.
Wait, hold on.
Can you not
Hold on.
usually? Is it?
It says melee weapon attack.
It's still. I consider it still a melee weapon.
Okay. Then I will, as soon as the spear successfully embeds itself Oh wait, actually, okay. If you're letting me divine smite, I think this is a guaranteed kill almost. We'll find out though. Okay, 3d8 for the divine smite. As the spear embeds itself in his stomach, I begin just cackling, laughing harder than anyone in the party has ever seen, with blood pouring down my chin.
Well, that's new.
Jesus.
Wait. As the lightning comes down, hits him, staggering him, almost dead, my laughter will turn into one final breath attack. And, yes, because I get 2 attacks per action.
Do you
I haven't used my...
breath attacks?
What?
New Dragonborn get it whenever they want, I think. Is that true?
Damn, that's crazy.
I can replace one of my attacks in the attack action with my breath attack.
Yeah, anytime. You don't need to take a long rest. Nice.
I can do it 3 times, and I've only done it twice so far.
Oh, the 3rd time! You don't even... Please roll for it. Even though you don't even have to, and we all know.
Yeah, so as I am laughing and coughing, it all builds up in my chest and unleashes a cacophony of thunder and lightning.
And sure enough, it isn't the blow to his chest that kills him. It isn't even the lightning bolt that comes down from it into his chest as he still holds firm. His own legs, like the tree that he uses, just resolutely in the ground. But it is the sure joy that Hundofir has, the thrill of the fight, the bellowing laugh that he uses that make electricity flare from his mouth with every thunderous chuckle he has. That finally, with him taking himself off of the spear and laughing straight at the brute's face, lightning courses out, trailing across the cannibal brute's body into his eyes, which one of them pops, and into the spear still in his chest, which makes it hum and start to vibrate with an electric light that makes it nearly explode out the back, making a huge hole that causes the cannibal brute to finally fall to his knees. And the cannibal brute as well, looking at Hundofir laugh, for a moment has a blank expression. Eyes devoid, one of them gone. Blood leaking from his mouth. And he seems to let out his own one chuckle as he falls to the ground dead.
And I will, grabbing the spike embedded in my side, I will pull myself off of it and fall onto my hands and knees. With the adrenaline sort of seeping away, laughing a little quieter. And then I will roll over onto my back and I will say, "Oh, I knew you were there for me, Coral Dig. I knew you were there." And then I will kind of pass out.
Sinbad, take care of Blindbeak. And I'm gonna run over to Hundolfir and try to, I don't know, cover up his wounds a little bit.
This guy still growls. He'll allow it.
At me, I'd like to do something.
Okay, he'll look at you and he'll still seem to get defensive as you approach.
If he does that, I'll use my daunting roar as a kind of way to get him away so I can get through the blind beak.
That's enough. I'd say that's enough. He was already kind of flabbergasted by the brute, and just out of responsibility guarding Blindbeak with that. But as you let out a roar, probably one resolute word of leave, he backs off, but he still stays somewhat nearby. Hundofir, you look up to this guy, passed out. Basically, your consciousness fading as you see the clouds overhead. Despite the hail, you see the first actual trail of lightning seem to go through the hailstorm, and you hear thunder throughout the clouds, almost like your own god is also chuckling with you through the thunder.
Seeing that, can I then place my hand on my own chest and use my entire Cure Wounds pool?
Absolutely. You mean your
Lay on hands.
Lay on hands, yeah. How much is that?
I have a total of 30 right now.
30. You're able to with that and with more bursts of electricity as you kind of take another breath in, you are able to feel much better. The internal bleeding that you've had starts to subside.
As I sort of get back to normal, I will look over at Feyre and go, that went well, didn't it?
That was excellent, Hundofir. Quite a performance.
And I will hoist myself up by planning, or I don't have my spear. I will walk over.
I'll hold my hand out to you and help you up.
Yes, and then after I do that, I'll walk over and I will rip the spear out of the brute, and I will look around to the surrounding audience, and I will, if I have the roleplay prowess to do this, I will place my foot on the brute's corpse, and I will, in my most booming, Paladin of Storms, Paladin of Tempest voice, I will say, in Draconic, I have proven myself the better of one of your brethren, and now I did not wish to do this. I am not here to fight you. I have immense respect for your culture and your way of life and what you do to get by. Now, what was the Frost Dragon's name, please?
Malforic.
Now, on the other hand, you have Malforic, who, like myself, is a stranger to these lands, but wishes only subjugation and domination of you, your people, and your neighbors, regardless of those who swear fealty to him. It was in your best interest to work with us and the Plague Speaker to drive out this invader. I hope that this show of strength has proven that I am capable of being an aid and a champion for your people in this fight, and that you will assist me and your leader in driving out this power-hungry, domineering invader to your home. And I will kind of just as soon as I get through my rousing speech, I will clam up a little bit and be like, okay. And I will walk, let's see, where are more of my friends? They're down south. I will walk this direction.
Hold on. This one approaches.
Feyre summons her spear.
I'll put my hand out to the side towards her.
Now that you've won, you can partake in our feast. Please, come, enjoy your fallen enemy, as is only right.
Gulp a little bit.
Feyre shrugs.
Wait, I suppose it would be rude not to. Are we offering him to the stew first and then eating him, or
to the pot?
This
And I
one
go,
yells,
"Triple fire!"
and then all of them start. They all start yipping and yelling, and they all start to basically rush forward. And so they all have these like little butchering knives somewhere like hidden on their bodies, and they start going forward and like starting to chop up this dead guy, and started to specifically try to like worm out the bones and such. And then one of them even like snaps off a bunch of the bone armor that he has and offers it to you and says, "You may be an outsider, but you are worthy of being one of the Drowned Horde tribe. If you partake in our feast, you can truly become one of us. And as long as they are under your leadership, we will trust your allies. Am I right, everybody?" They all go, "Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!" And then other such screams and sounds of
Since the bones are a little less functional, I'll still take them. Let's see, how do I incorporate these? The cloak I have, I will put it up along the top of the cloak, if that makes sense, like the shoulder area. And I'll have a little fan of like the bones at like the base of my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And I will incorporate them into my dress that way as a sign of respect, even though they don't work as well as my regular armor.
A little collar of bone on the back, like on the top of your cloak, kind of where the hood would be. No, I think that they all nod very much as you adorn it in that way. They seem to very much accept that. All right.
Lord Crag was watching.
Sinbad, as you kind of rush forward, you hear a noise of scraping on the ground, and for a second you're scared you're getting rushed by another of the lizard folk, but instead you see it's Dante, who kind of flaps over and lands next to Blind Beak as well.
Am I healed yet?
I thought you ran away. I was thinking of letting your little vision play out first.
What the
doing that
fuck?
thing,
Kill me.
Heal,
I
yeah.
think the vision already happened.
Make
right?
one more death saving throw, Blind Beak.
No, wait, I'm healing him. I didn't know that's how it works. What?
Well, honestly,
I thought the vision
it
already-
has been long enough, though. It has been like almost an entire turn. No, well, actually, no. Hundofear went and killed the brute. No, I'd say you can heal, but
Would it affect my vision?
what, being healed?
Yeah.
I can't tell you that.
I'm healing you. Okay, fuck it.
Oh, what do I do? Do I chance it and get permadeath?
No, you don't.
No.
I don't know if it's really up to you. You can't communicate very. You can, although it is in the rules, you can communicate very simple phrases, but that's completely up to you.
I mean, the decision's theirs. I can either roll death saving or get healed.
All right, I'll heal him.
All right.
Sorry, wakey.
It's time to go to school.
It's time to go to school. I don't care about what visions you're having of death right now. I actually don't have cure wounds right now.
Cannibal class.
I'll just cast healing word at 3rd level then.
Why don't you have cure wounds?
I don't get it first.
Did you not prepare it?
I didn't prepare it. Yeah.
I
I
see.
prepared healing.
Okay.
Word. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just press that fancy little button. 11 healing.
Yeah. That seems kind of bad for 3rd level, but whatever.
Can I
Honestly, healing word isn't that strong.
What kind of emotions am I feeling, huh? What is
All right. So, in the dark expanse, as is my own rules, when you're at death's door, you're not truly unconscious. You are fading in between consciousness and unconsciousness in such a way that you can't do active options. But as you decided to basically fail and go closer towards death, try to learn more about death, you experienced a moment of true unconsciousness, of true darkness. I mean, your life is already all darkness because you are blind, but in this space that you reached out towards,
there was nothing. There was no vibrations, no sounds, no auras, no even energies as you have felt them with your own monk abilities, no chi, no natural surrounding. There was nothing. And you felt an interim, a strange place where things eventually go. You felt connected to something truly not within your natural ability of comprehension, something strange. You feel your own body start to disappear as you are in this space. You start to forget what your body felt like, what the clothes on you were, what your history was, what your very person is. You start to forget your name. You forget Blindbeak. You forget who you once were. And then you hear a voice. The only sound as you start to forget yourself and become truly unknown. You hear, "Come to me. Return as you should. Return." Hold on. I'm not doing it right. Hold on. Return here. Join me. Join us. I will save you from your world's inevitable doom. You will join me and we will stay in a vault of souls. Join me and you will. And it starts to fade away as suddenly you feel a warmth starting to spread through you. As you start to actually come back with somebody chanting a prayer over you. And you see Sinbad brings you out before you are able to learn more. You felt like maybe you were starting to arrive somewhere out of that unknown space into somewhere where this voice was calling. But as this warmth spreads through you and you regain back to your life, you see Sinbad once again.
Blindbeak, you all right? I'm like shaking you at this point.
What? I'm here?
Yeah, cutting it a bit close. Sorry about that.
Blindbeak is feeling very disconnected from the world. He doesn't he had that depersonalization thing, and he just it feels weird that his body has to align back to itself.
Trace puts orange on you.
I'm feeling 100% better.
No, actually though, it does. It helps a lot.
Weird fucking cat.
Surrounding cat.
It actually does help you a lot. As you are depersonalized, somehow this as the cat is placed onto you, the world around you starts to become more crisp. You hear things more distinctly, and you remember into your past. Everything's kind of comes rushing back towards you as you sense eyes, these vacant, glowing eyes actually looking at you, and the cat resting on your chest and giving you back a portion of your existence.
What the fuck is this cat? What the hell?
As this is happening, I look over at Trace and like, what's that supposed to do? You think that's helping?
Nod.
Nods enthusiastically.
Very well. That's enough to convince me.
I'll hand Trace back orange as I'm doing better.
You gain 1 bardic inspiration of a D8.
You see, I'm not a fighter. I'm a healer. My job's not to do more damage in this world. It's to bring it together.
That is true. We thought so much of you
I'll
after
pet
all your
Dante.
grief on this trip.
I'll pet Dante and console him. I won't die as fast. That's not, who's gonna take care of you if I die?
Dante doesn't
Someone
nuzzle
to-
back, but he's looking at you very intently. He's not one for shows of affection, but you sense from his aura that he was like scared.
Aw.
I'll take it. I'll healing word myself. Well, not healing word, healing hand smile.
Everybody over by the body of the cannibal brute seems to be, happy and like helping out Hundofear and kind of marveling at him because he's like super cool now. He did the proving rites. But you notice that some of the people around Blindbeak kind of are almost like anxious. They're almost like a little awkward, but they seem to be like generally frowning. And they're like grumbling under their breath in draconic tones. Whilst looking at Blindbeak.
Can I
Yeah.
Can I? You said he was 10 feet tall. How much have they carved off of him at this point?
I mean, it's takes longer than they're definitely doing it enthusiastically and trying to go quickly, and they're very adept. But butchering still isn't like super fast, especially on like a big body like this. There's a lot of muscles and stuff.
With a strength of 18, would I be able to hoist him, or it, I guess now, and carry it over to one of the sacrifice pods?
I'll allow it, just because it's also very cool. But you are going very slowly, and you are very encumbered. But you can do it for now, and they'll all be kind of cheering you on and watching.
Maybe if we tell them that Hundofear will eat you later, they'll leave you alone.
You're next.
Jesus.
So are you guys?
He's not actually gonna eat, just a suggestion.
Is this one next? Is this one okay? Hundofear? This pot? I'm going to assume yes, because I cannot hear Fiuck. Fiuck.
Yuck.
Fiuck, says Quinn.
Testing, uno, dos, tres.
Yeah, we can hear you.
This setup is so scuffed. As I like move up and around past like here-ish, and I move past Sav and his guys, I will give like the biggest cheek to cheek open mouth smile, even with all the my own blood staining me, and I will give him a big thumbs up. And then I will just keep walking.
All worked out.
Interesting.
The one thing I wanted to do later when you stabbed yourself on the spikes is I am gonna have to have you make a Constitution saving throw because you got stabbed on the spikes, just to see if
Is it for disease?
Latent disease.
Guess what, motherfucker? I'm a paladin, bitch. I can't get that.
You can't get diseases at all?
Divine health, you are immune to disease.
Never mind. any best
Big watches over me.
Yeah, Coral Dig is zapping all of the parasites and such that are trying to enter into your system.
And then I will just heft this big corpse down onto the ground next to the pit, and I will gesture with open arms to indicate, go for it, boys.
You see that they do a lot of care for the bones, and then they also do a lot of things with the blood. It seems like, strangely enough, especially for stew, they don't center it on meat. they actually seem to want to preserve a lot of the meat and keep it for different meals. It seems that they have an almost ritual as you're watching that they take out the bones, they break them, and then they put them in the pot, or they otherwise like extract the marrow and put it into the pot. And they also take like big flabs of meat or other places like the heart especially. They will put in, or they'll just like put it hanging over the pot so that blood drips into the stew. They will put a few chunks of meat as well, but it seems to be centered on bones and blood. They also seem to be taking much care of specific bones. Like they don't use the skull. They seem to go specifically like for the femur and places like that. They seem to have a very much knowledge of different types of bones and have different ritualistic uses for each, which you find interesting as you watch them. For a very non-delicate people, they very with a strange sort of skill and grace seem to do this. Sav, you come back to kind of see a lot of that happen, but you do notice that there is kind of a group around Blindbeak. And Lore Crag seems to have also be there and is like generally watching over.
He watched me win.
Dad was there.
We did it.
Can I sense the intent behind these guys?
Can make an insight check.
I know they want to eat me, but
yeah.
They better not been lying to me.
They seem to.
Oh my god! I keep getting muted.
They eye you in a strange way. They definitely seem to want to like eat you, but it's like almost like a awkward like. We want to / we are supposed to eat you, but we can't sort of deal. Like they're breaking their own moral code by not eating you, which is making them very perplexed and frankly a bit disturbed because they don't want to disturb you now that Hundofir won, but they have taken much import on seeing you lose. And Sav, as you approach, you can hear them mouthing like under their breath and like generally whispering to each other like, "This guy's still prey. He doesn't belong in a camp of hunters, even if we can't eat him. What is he doing here? That other one's just protecting him. We don't want weaklings here." Stuff like that. They're basically they have lost like they in having
there's a lot of face that got lost.
Yeah,
here.
in having Hundofir being brought to like a huge renown and like a honorary position within the tribe, it seems that it's the exact opposite with Blindbeak, who big time lost.
He maybe Blindbeak should fight like one of the cannibal filth. He'd kick those guys' asses.
That's true. Do it again. Run back. Run back.
I just met Mr. Death.
No, I'm just joking.
He's wildin'.
Was it a miss? You didn't really describe their.
It was a.
So all the
it was you know.
A missus.
You.
Oh, so it was the lady.
I mean.
Was,
I will say with your if your knowledge of the core world, especially in their beliefs, you have witnessed proof of a well-known belief that after you die, you go to Queen Nero, the goddess of death.
Question.
And it seems.
Why did she have a?
Mm-hmm.
Why does she have a whole road named after her in the last plate we were in? I'm blanking on the name.
Make a history check.
Wow. I'm solved now.
It's short because the DC is low. Or well, never mind. So you were told
I'm
this,
smart.
but also you just generally like remember some that which was told to you by Baron Monty, and also just like folklore and stuff from around. But basically, the lore about Queen Nero is that it is believed that she was an actual queen on Terofane millennia ago, like very, very, very long ago, in like primordial ages when gods and demons still fought. But the thing that high platers say is that she like betrayed the plane by causing the first calamity, and but in doing that calamity gained godhood. And so that road was a symbol of like a path that she walked on her on one of her most notable adventures. With a 23, I'll even say there was like a whole thing where before she turned dark, as the high platers say, before she turned to like the side of demons, it was said that she like saved the realms by delving into the core world, and that's what the road is for. It's like following her path down into the core world. But yeah, that general knowledge you would only know with that high of a history check, because high platers don't like talking about the time where they were like, oh yeah, Queen Nero was actually super cool, because they like to focus on how Queen Nero was super bad.
Question: does anybody know what the first calamity was?
Is that a roll question? You can roll for if you want to see, maybe.
Can I use my researcher background to just let me know if there's a place that I could find out?
A place where you can find out.
Is that knowledge that can be accessed?
Yes. Well, let me hold on. Let me think back on it. So,
since it's 4 and I have to drive back to Denver.
Oh, you're like super.
I'm gonna
far
go.
away. Yeah. All right. We'll leave with that, as all the cannibals, the lizard folk, are all sort of celebrating, not like 40 feet away from where they are also looking at Blindbeak and forsaking him for losing. As you all start to ponder, as Blindbeak realizes that he basically had a close encounter with Queen Nero.
Using my mimicry, I'm gonna like use her voice every now and then.
Oh my god.
Interesting idea.
Okay, bye-bye.
You'll have to roleplay that if
Bye,
you want
Quinn.
it. All right, bye, Quinn.
Bye.
All I'm saying is that.
Yeah, Isaac, what are 5 words that she used?
Come to me.
She said.
All right,
"Come."
everybody, make a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
No, I mean, if you were actually going to say it, but we're gonna say that we're ending the session there.
No, I'll do
Oh
it.
my god.
No, we'll do it next time. We don't want to do too
You
much
died.
crazy shit. Also, Sav,
Suck my dick.
Chee!
Suck my dick. Come on. He just barely left. Come on.
well, I mean, then you feel fine, but as you say the words that were said by Queen Nero, you sense that your very body and you start to feel that moment of disassociation again. It seems that even using her voice and saying her words that were calling you to what she said was the Vault of Souls makes your body want to return back to death, basically. You start to dissociate
How
again.
does that affect others?
I feel like dying right now.
You are unsure. You just know it is bad. Sav, yes, I would say that it's like religious belief. It's like not too uncommon to know at least the first calamity. Some of the other calamities are a bit more obscure, but the first calamity is generally known as well, I'm trying to decide if you would know it, but I think you pay it. I'll just go ahead and say well, I don't know. Fuck. I'm having a hard time.
I did pass my check.
You did?
My history check about knowing about Queen Nero.
It's true.
When we went down that whole route.
You know that Queen Nero in ancient religious lore caused what was called the Bloodwind War. The Bloodwinds. And the Bloodwinds were a time where sacrifice and death were so common that the very wake winds themselves were constantly filled with blood that was falling from the sky, and that Queen Nero basically caused that, and that was the first calamity. And
I see.
yeah.
Okay.
There's I will say there is more to it than that, but that is what you know.
I'm sure that's like the surface level. That's what we remember about it.
Yeah.
And that's like the symbolic like significance to the first
and
calamity.
it's so old that a lot of the details are very much forgotten usually. So that is what is known. But all right, that is the end of the session. I'm super hot and I want to turn on my fan. I had it off this whole time so that it didn't appear in the audio. But this is it. I love D&D because it always doesn't go exactly how I expected, but I think that it always goes, how it needs to. It was a very fun session, and I hope everybody had a good time,
was intense.
even if it only focused on a few people. But anyhow, thank you everybody for watching.
Bye, Twitch chat.
Bye, Twitch chat. Thank you. See you guys later. Bye.